In a 2005 collector's profile, my grandpa writes, "Without a doubt, if I became a movie buff, I owe it to my mother. And if I became a poster collector, Ma gets credit again."
Like I say, why do people collect? Well, I don't know, it's just something about something. Like, hey, here's the original thing. The very first time I thought of collecting posters, I went to a comic convention. I would take your dad, I would take our nephew Dave, and all of a sudden, in one corner, here's somebody with a poster on the wall. So I'd ask the guy, "Hey, what's that?" He did movie posters, and I'd say, "Oh, wow, that's really cool." So it was like, bing, the bell went off. Posters, why don't I try to get these? Up to that point, like I said, I had never thought of collecting posters. I lived in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. What got me involved in movies was my mother liked movies, and she couldn't speak a lot of English, but somehow or another she knew about movies. But anyway, she would, I was, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7, and through there she would take me to the show. My mom would every once in a while give me a quarter to go see movies, and when that happened, now I would go see movies like Tarzan movies.
Take knife, Nazi!
Like Bamba.
I love
Yes?
to go swimming.
So I kind of like the lower class, although there was, I liked adventure movies, pirates and stuff. So Errol Flynn would be the guy that I liked. So I would go see like Robin Hood and Captain Blood. Now, I lived on a street called Selkirk, which was right off of the Red River. And about a block from where I lived was a street called Main Street, which was, ran right through the middle of Winnipeg. And right out on the corner, there was the Old Times Theater, and that's where I really seen a lot of movies. I would go like as early as I could. They open up, boom, I was there. And so I would stay and watch a certain movie, like if I wanted to watch Robin Hood, it would come down to the lowers. I would watch Robin Hood like 3 times. And there was lots of things about that I liked. I liked the beautiful color. When you watch it when you're little, it's one thing, but as you get older and then you go back to that movie, you realize how great that was. I mentioned Tarzan. I first got into Tarzan with my mom when I seen a movie, Johnny Weissmuller, a Tarzan movie, that it was a comic book came out, and I begged my mom to buy it for me for a dime, and she did. I read the hell out of that thing so many times that the staples fell out and started falling apart. So, I had tears in my eyes, and my mom said, "Well, don't worry." So she took a needle and thread and stitched it up for me. So now I was able to read that one comic book, like forever. Like I say, with some of these movies, in hindsight, you go out and if you can find a poster. So I wound up with a poster from probably my favorite one would be Steel Helmet, and that was fun to get that one. And then I was able to get a Curse of the Cat People, which was loads of fun. But it was so much fun to do this. And my mom worked all day. So like I say, not every day, but maybe once a week she'd hand me a quarter, and I would pick a show, and I'd literally watch each picture about 3 times. If I became a movie fan, it wasn't me. It was because my mom would take me, and all of a sudden I started getting interested. The only thing is, as far as the poster end of it, was that I had gotten it just a little too late. I was getting pretty decent stuff but I was getting stuff from like the middle 40s to now. With the posters, the posters were one of these type of things where you couldn't go to the store and buy a movie poster. You know, they were only advertisement for the theaters. And then another thing that happened to rarities of paper comics in general was during the wars, they had paper drives. Anything past the war years, so basically anything past 45, but that's where all the rareness comes from. Collectibles were like really fun. But like I said, we had no idea that they were collectibles. We just collected, you know?